Hello, this is Stephen Choiles, Team Fairness, Church of Fairness, the World Fairness Agreement. We need to do it. The World Fairness Agreement needs to happen as soon as possible. I want to talk about categories of thought. I guess, see, if you say of thought, then you're making a category of thought as compared to not of thought. Non-dualism, I think it's the way to go. It's the Cadillac of all ideas. It includes all ideas. So I realize that non-dualism includes dualism within it. Non-dualism is fundamental, and dualism is a specific type of non-dualism, where you categorize the left and the right, the up and the down, the day and the night, the fair and the unfair. As humans, we live in dualism because there's the individual you and there's the individual me, and that's that. So, as in this dualistic experience, it exists within the non-dual uncategorized. There are no categories, rather. Non-dualism does not allow for any categories because there's no separation of this and that. This category is that category. So I don't think we can really have a healthy perspective of the sacred oneness of reality that is us without non-dual understanding as well as experiencing dualism. So it's like we have a non-dual understanding and we live in a dualistic experience. So we get to be us. Cool. They define things, but are their definitions erroneous? Are they absurd when you really get to an understanding of what is what, like materialism and physicalism and non-material, spiritual, idealism. In non-dualism, all this is one thing. So materialism is looked at as being anti-theist or anti-spiritual, anti-possibility of things unknown even. This is absurd that people think that of materialism. There's always the possibility of the unknown in physicality. So I think that consciousness is a special type, a certain type of physicality. So the mind is physical. It's a certain type of physical emergence. The thoughts, are they something? Are they some kind of energy? If they are, then they're physical. The body's physical. We don't argue about that, but there's an argument about what is fundamental in reality. Is it consciousness, or did consciousness emerge from physicality without consciousness? So if you look at it from the evidence of evolution, the mind evolved from no mind, from physicality, through chemical processes, purposeless, no intention, no plan. What's the cause of the physical reality? Well, it even goes to the point where maybe it isn't. In non-dualism, the isn't and the is the same thing. So that's like Buddha's understanding. In the Heart Sutra, it's the simplest way to see this. It's only 2 pages. It starts right off with the idea. That which has form is exactly that which is formless. And that which is formless is exactly that which has form. So if the form is formless, if the creation is uncreated, if everything is nothing, then you get a different feel of things. The idea of some God to create nothing is absurd, because nothing does not need to be created. It's not created. So how can nothing be what we experience? I don't know. It's a mystery. It's amazing. How can it be something? That's a mystery and amazing. Either way. Why are we? Is absolutely a miracle. Amazing. The odds of you being you are so infinitesimally small. And then a lot of us think that the self, the consciousness, is the same in everyone, in every animal. Plants, do they have consciousness? I argue that they don't. But they're affected by consciousness. They're responsive to... We're in a non-local, non-duality. Every place is every other place. Everything is every other thing. So, my mind is the plant, and the plant is my mind. So that might be a key to understanding why does the mind cause a response in the plant, which is said to be demonstrated as true with like a lie detector tester or something. I don't know. We could look on some updated information on this topic. I haven't even thought of it for a long time. So the reason that I like non-dual is because we all count the same as everything else. Everything is absolutely oneness, like the Sikh religion says. And they claim this is the way to get free from bondage of being us, in so many words. And see, Buddhism's for the same purpose. And Christianity started with the idea that the kingdom's within. The kingdom being heaven, or relief from hell, is within, not somewhere else. So it's like a state of mind. It's like an understanding of things. So, I think I'm going to just end it right there for now with one final comment that if you have a God that's a separate individual mind that created everything, then you can never get past that position of being underneath. But if the God, if you want to call it God, if the creator is like what I'm explaining, if it's oneness, it's all one thing, and there's not a God separate. There's not any separation from God and us. The creator of reality may not be necessary if there's no creation. So what do we have? We have an experience that's true. Like the Heart Sutra says, if there's not anything, it's not this and it's not that. It goes on and lists all the things that we see and experience, and it says that it's not that. So it's not anything. So if there's not anything, there's no deception, so we call it truth.